Hey everyone, it's me, Khalid Mekki. How's it going? There's an issue I wanted to talk about, and it's known as judging. And from time and time again, I've noticed that, people always say, don't judge, don't judge. And I think this kind of mentality is simply getting old. I just don't understand it. So, with that being said, in my previous video, I talked about if you expect to be tolerated, you should learn to tolerate the intolerant. Well, in this one, known as judging, I can honestly say that you must learn to expect the unexpected, good and bad outcomes when it comes to people judging you. So, with that being said, what I don't understand is how come someone can sit there and say that you shouldn't judge, but they themselves judge others all the time? It's funny, like, judging can be a good thing and a bad thing. If you see an attractive looking woman, you're gonna say, oh wow, she's pretty. That's a form of judging. And and if those and to be honest with you, I used to believe in that too. I used to believe that, okay, well, it's not right. Throughout most of the country, we do believe that, most people just wear clothes, and we're just used to that. And you can call it conditioning if you want, but we do wear clothes. But if you suddenly saw someone walking around naked in front of 1,000 people in the street who are just simply naked, what does that tell you? Your first reaction is going to be like, whoa, what's going on here? You're not going to see this coming at all. You're going to be surprised. And, and of course, there are some people here in this country and other parts of the world where, being naked, or should I say being a naturist, is acceptable and it's legal, thanks to certain laws within certain districts in some states. My point is this: in some parts, being naked, being completely nude, is totally legal. But in most places, it's not, because you see people walking around with clothes. And that's something we're used to seeing, people walking around with clothes and everything. But if someone suddenly pops up naked, not only are you going to be surprised, but you're going to think something is wrong with that person. So while people have this don't judge issue, of course, the strange thing is, we all judge, whether it's good or bad. Even the ones who say that they don't judge, they're the ones that are the most judgmental. The ones that say, don't judge, it's wrong to be a judgmental person. Because if you are attacking someone who's ignorant, what does that say on your part? That says that you're judging him, not positively, but negatively. So my point is, we're all judging whether we realize it or not. And if someone doesn't, and suppose someone doesn't say anything, what's gonna happen? You're still going to have these thoughts. I mean, you could say the opposite of what you're really thinking. You could say something good, but what you're really thinking about is something really negative. So my point is, I'm sick and tired of this attitude where people say, don't judge, don't judge, don't judge. We always judge, whether it's good or bad. And if you don't say anything, you're gonna keep it you will at least have these thoughts. These thoughts will be in your mind. So you can't really attack someone for judging for being judgmental, even in a negative manner, especially because of the fact that you can't read, especially since you can't read their mind. So what does that tell you? That tells you right there that we all judge, and that's something that's never going to happen. We've been like this for millions of years. It's not going to change anytime soon. That's a fact. So when it comes to nudists, I used to be very judgmental of them. I used to think they were people that had no shame, and I used to think that they were people that had no self-respect, that didn't have a decent sense of modesty. I can't say I feel that way about them anymore, because I haven't had any of these thoughts in my mind for years now, but because I don't think about it in the first place. So I couldn't care less. But anyway, those are my 2 cents on judging and what my perspective on it is. But one thing is for sure, this stop judging mentality, it's gotta go. It's pathetic. We all judge. And the people that say they don't, they judge the most.